What's going on, guys? Just making a little feeding video. My South African Bullfrog. He's just a little baby right now, about an inch and a quarter. I'm feeding him Dubia Roaches and Mealworms this morning. Got him dusted. As you can see, he's going to town. They have an amazing appetite. At the moment, when I feed my dragons and my, now my African bullfrog, I don't do it every single time, but most of the times I dust it with this stuff right here. Rep Cal, calcium with vitamin D3. It's got some vitamins and stuff packed in there for them. They say you don't want to do it every single time with the frogs especially. I don't know how true it is. I don't think anybody really even knows, to be honest. I mean, they're still really fairly new to the trade when you really, pet trade when you really look at it. And how many people have truthfully done long studies on these? But I figure it can't hurt to dust them at least, 2 or 3 times a week. Or 2 times a week. Main thing I believe for pretty much any animal is variety. In the wild they wouldn't just eat crickets. They wouldn't just eat just worms. They'd eat whatever's available and what's around them. So I try to offer everything: roaches, crickets, worms. Right now he's small, so of course little nymph roaches and baby crickets and mealworms is pretty much his size. When you get some size on him, then I'll be able to move it up to super worms and different type of worms as well, bigger roaches, occasional crickets. I personally prefer roaches over crickets, better nutrients, but I do still use crickets occasionally. But I breed my own roaches, so. These are truly easy frogs to keep. Doesn't take a whole lot. Use some Eco Earth for substrate. Keep it kind of moist. You don't want it soaking wet. You don't want it like a swamp or anything, but you just want it, some moisture in there for it. And I use a big old lid for like a big swimming pool for him where you can get in there and soak. I believe I made a video of that. And I just keep them in a little simple tub. I've always preferred tubs over like glass aquariums. They just seem to work better for me. Easier to clean. You can take your animal out, put it in something temporarily, and wash your tub out real good. Whereas glass aquariums is a little bit harder. And I'm a firm believer, I don't care how good of a pet owner you are. If you make things real hard on yourself, as a general rule, you eventually get a little lazy. When you get lazy, the animal's not taken care of properly like it should be. So I feel like, use the best thing for the animal, but at the same time, if it's a safe thing, use it. That makes your job easier. you're more apt to take care of your animal properly if you know, make your job easier, especially if you have several animals. Now, I don't mean use crap quality stuff, you know, to make your job easy, but tubs, when it comes to reptiles and amphibians, in my personal opinion, I think they're just better, period. They hold humidity better. Because the average glass aquarium, when you think about it, they have that big old huge open lid. Now granted, you can, you know, put saran wrap on it and kind of make it about the same, pretty much, but again, it makes it heavier, so as a result, I imagine people probably don't clean them as frequent as they would if they had a simple tub. So I just personally use tubs. Very simple. You can just spray them down with that F10 SC spray. It's veterinarian spray. You can get it at like Pro Exotics, a couple different places carry it. Works great. Works good for reptiles as far as cleaning their tubs out. Works good if you keep rats, cleaning their tubs out. For that matter, really any animal. I use it when I clean out my roach tubs. That way you know there ain't no nasties growing. He's a cool little frog. It's not going to be little long. From what I understand, they grow super fast. It's a good way to get your finger bit. If you watch any of my videos, you know I don't really think about stuff like that. If I get bit, I get bit. He has wiped out some roaches and some super worms. Got him a nice fat full tummy. Always try to entice him to eat what's left if possible, due to the fact that once you've dusted insects, as a general rule, they're going to die, so I hate to waste them. I know some people don't look at feeders like that, and they just look at them as dumb bugs and all, but to me a life's a life, and I don't care if it's a cockroach all the way up to whatever, a human being. So I mean, yes, things got to eat, but you ain't got to just kill it for no reason. At least that's my views. Good thing is I got other animals, so if for some reason he doesn't clean his plate, so to speak, I can always turn around to my dragons and drop them in there, and they'll definitely eat them. As well as I got savannah monitors, they'll eat them. They won't get wasted at the Sanders household. Look how fat he is. Beautiful. Alright guys, that's it. Have a good day.